I'm going over everything, looking for rough spots. There's the one I did earlier. It's smooth. There's another one right here I have to fill. A little glitch. A little rough spot right there. All I just keep doing is fill the rough spots and sand them out and blend everything. So I got this pretty much where I want it. Now we're doing 220. We're going to do the whole back of the neck, but not the sides or the top, the headstock. So I'm looking for small divots and weird stuff to remove with the 220. So it's we're gonna go put some black lacquer on it. Black. So we got sprayed and found defects and dealt with them and sprayed it more. And, I have to wait a day, but we can take the wrapper off. But I can't really handle it till tomorrow because it takes that long to dry. So we've unwrapped it. It's sort of like Christmas when it comes out good, and it came out good. See here. It took me 3 tries, which is typical. The first, after the first coating, it dries and you'll see lots of defects revealed, and you'll attempt to get rid of them. I thought I had them all gone, and I just shot it again yesterday, and it revealed the final defects. And I sanded them out this afternoon and shot it again. You can't touch this stuff if I gripped it now, my fingerprints would be in there permanently, so it's going to sit for a day. Next is to rebuild the tuners. I'll take them apart, clean them and oil them, and put them back together. 150, 220, 320, maybe 400. It's 400. And we'll go down the neck. And there's a crack. Somewhere right there. It's wood dust. You come back in 10 minutes. Ten minutes. 220. It's gone. 3-0. Mostly for the frets. Probably missed some of that. We're in the zone now. Remember, there's all kinds of weird shit going on down here. I might have to do that trick I just did with this crack. That's where the inlay used to be at the 12th fret. Does this make no sense? Yeah. Secret sauce. I used to play banjo for the Dr. Rocky Birch Traveling Medicine Show. Never traveled. He was a Vietnam veteran medic. Sold the elixir of life. It's odorless, it's colorless, it's water. This is not water. This is secret sauce. If you want to know what's in the sauce, then $9.99 to add the sled. www. Something like that. Anyway, next we got to glue the end of the fretboard down, but we're having fun with this. Yeah, anyway, it looks very nice. Why, it's almost new. So, this is 100-year-old mahogany from the top or back of something. This tapers to 0. Got it about right here. So we go over to the belt sander, and I'm going to taper this to fit underneath. Good luck. So, doesn't feel quite right. Do you mind? I like that. Yeah. Okay. The final schmeinel will happen later. Now we have to clean up. Anyway, we will put a clamp on this just to make sure. So I'm detailing this. This has probably been this way since it was made. There's black finish up into the binding. Most of this will be covered by the plate of the tuners, but this won't. There we go. So, it's level, plus or minus 2 thou, and that's in the form of a neck relief. I've made this look as good as I can without having to do extensive work. It's part of the structure of the economics of the project. Anyway, we're going to getting closer and closer. We're going to rub out this and install the tuners. We're going to start the rub out of the finish. Mr. Earl. Yes, my friends, they call me Speedo. That was before the brand. There's lots of little dings and stuff on here. It's an old guitar. 3/0 steel wool, new piece. I usually hold the object in hand like this. That's been oversprayed when I did this. Again, this is a timeless finish. It's supposed to look like the original 100-year-old finish that's been through 100 years of nothing. 100 years of life. This thing is seen World War I and the Great Depression. The advent of radio. We didn't do much here. We masked that. So I don't really have to deal with it right now. Okay. Now we're going to rub it out with rubbing compound. Return with us now to those days of yesteryear. Anyway, and a hearty hi-ho. Hi-ho. We're going to do weird tuner stuff here. Weird tuners. This is how it came. It came with these tuners. It looks right, but in the finer points of tunerism, they're upside down and backwards. The first clue is if you try to tighten these, they loosen. They unroll. So when this came, they roll. If you let them roll underneath, they start to wind up, and they'll tighten the string, but they drag on the other strings, and it's just dumb. But this is how the guitar was built. These are the original tuners, and apparently, you can see the dents, and they're the only dents. There's one mystery hole on the other side. I don't care. Now, tuner technology says that when you're pulling on this, it should be pushing this gear in, but you can see when you're pulling on this, it's pulling this gear away. It turns out it's bullshit. But these tuners are basically on the wrong side. That's about all. Or something else. Now, when I turn this, they go the right way. When you pull on the string, it's driving the sector into the worm. This is a sector gear, or anyway, this is the worm part. Worm gears don't backdrive. So the myth of having to pull it into this is what makes tuners hard to use once this starts to wear. Benefit of the slot head is that the ends of these shafts are supported in the hole. It's tripling the resistance to move. So this is how we got to put the tuners on, obviously. But we'll have one hole showing. That would have been the hole for back here. There's differences of pitch between this hole in the gear and this hole in the gear, and that's what we see. So we'll have to just deal with this. But the only other thing would be if the guitar was originally a lap steel. Now they work correctly. This is in the right place. And this is how they would ship a lap steel. We'll leave it up to you, the jury. So I usually go into this is unbleached bone. These are all old ones that I've gone into my saddles, because these are extra wide, 4 millimeters, and they just fit in this slot. And there's a weird bevel at the bottom of this slot, so cut it to length. It's also got to be angled this way and this way, because this neck is narrower than the fretboard's narrower than the original fretboard by 1/16 of an inch or more on either side. It lives, it plays. It needs more work. But there's the nut with almost no right angles in it. Every surface is faceted. I have to do a final setup. Anyway.